He's got clout.
Everybody's different. Everybody's similar, but everybody's different. And your attitude has a giant effect, not just on your life, but on other people's lives around you. That's the other thing about it. Those I can't catch a break guys, get them the fuck away from me. I can't be around those guys. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. I don't want to hear that shit. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't buy it. Because everybody has bad breaks. I've had a shit ton of bad breaks. But you know what I did? Stayed up. And I thought through it. And I figured out what the fuck I did wrong. And then I went back. It's like, I fucked up everything I've ever done 100 times. And there's no other way to do it.
You gotta realize when you have those shitty breaks what that is.
It's an opportunity for you to reassess, reboot, get better, figure out another way, find another way through. It's just challenges. And the people that look at those challenges and go, why do I always have these challenges? They're cancer. Those people are dangerous to be around. They will rob you of your enthusiasm. They don't give you any fuel. They're the opposite of fuel. The fuel people kicking ass. The people that are out there just fucking hustling. Always getting things done. Always getting things done. My friend Jocko, every morning I'll check his Instagram page, 4:30, shows a picture of his watch. Get after it. Get after it. He's out there working out 4:30 in the morning. He does it every fucking morning. Why? Because he doesn't want to. That's how you do it. You go and get after it. You don't make any excuses. And those kind of guys are fuel. But those I can't catch a break guys, they're the opposite of fuel. They're just pissing on your fire. They're no fun. Get them the fuck away from me. I can't be around those guys. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. I don't want to hear that shit. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. I don't want to hear that shit. 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 Get them the fuck away from me. The people that surround them are all idiots. Because only idiots want to be around I can't catch a break guy. Only the dummies stick around. After a while, even if they're your good friend, you gotta be like, bro, you gotta fucking stop. You gotta stop with all this I can't catch a break bullshit. All the time you're complaining, you could be instead hustling. You could be instead chasing your dream. You could be instead figuring out what you're doing wrong, trying to improve certain aspects of your life, getting your shit together, reading a book, meditating, something. Fucking something. Something. Fucking something. But this I can't catch a break shit is not helping anybody. And it pushes everybody away from you. Get them the fuck away from me. I can't be around those guys. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. I don't want to hear that shit. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. I don't want to hear that shit. 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 Get them the fuck away from me.
like hero. He's got clout.
How do I deal with setbacks, failures, delays, defeat, or other disasters?
I actually have a fairly simple way of dealing with these situations. It is actually one word to deal with all those situations. And that is good. And this is actually something that one of my guys that worked for me pointed out to me. He would call me up or pull me aside with some major problem, some issue that was going on. And he'd say, boss, we got this and that and the other thing. And I'd look at him and I'd say, good. One day he was telling me about some issue that he was having. He said, I already know what you're going to say. And I said, well, what am I going to say? He said, you're going to say good. 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 You're going to say good. You're going to say good. You're going to say good. Good. So that's what you always say. When something is wrong and going bad, you always just look at me and say, good. Good. And I said, well, yeah. And I mean it. And that is how I feel. When things are going bad, there's going to be some good that's going to come from it. Oh, mission got canceled? Good. We can focus on another one. Didn't get the new high-speed gear we wanted? Good. We can keep it simple. Didn't get promoted? Good. More time to get better. Didn't get funded? Good. We own more of the company. Didn't get the job you wanted? Good. You can get more experience and build a better resume. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. 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 You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. Good. Got injured. Got injured. Sprained my ankle. Good. 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 Needed a break from training. Got tapped out. Good. 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 It's better to tap in training than to tap out on the street. Got beat. Good. 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 You learned. Unexpected problems. Good. 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 We have the opportunity to figure out a solution. And that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. When things are going bad, don't get all bummed out, don't get startled, don't get frustrated. No. You just look at the issue and you say, good. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. 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 You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. Good. I don't mean to say something that's all cliche. I don't mean to sound like Mr. Positive. Find the positive, but do that. Do that. Do that. Do that. Do that. Do that. Focus on the good. Focus on the good. Take that issue, take that problem, take that issue, take that problem, and make it something good. Make it something good. And bring that attitude to your team. Do. You go forward. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. Good. You're gonna say good. You're gonna say good. 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 You're gonna say good. lastly, like to close this out, if you can say the word good, guess what? It means you're still alive. It means you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, well then hell, you still got some fight left in you. So get up, dust off, reload, recalibrate, re-engage, go out on the attack. And that right there is about as good as it gets.
It's this fear of discomfort. People have this extreme feeling in their mind when it comes to their associations with exercise. They want to avoid discomfort. They feel like any type of exercise is just like something to be avoided. That's not for me. Fuck that. I don't want to sweat. I don't want to strain. I don't want to sweat. I don't want to strain. A lot of times this association that they have is about the beginnings of getting in shape. It's not about once you're actually fit. Because once you're actually fit and you look forward to it, it feels great. If I can't get a workout in, I look at my schedule and go, oh shit, I don't have any time for a workout, which means I'm not going to get that good feeling, get that good feeling. And so instead of looking at it like, oh, I've got to go grunt and sweat, I'm thinking I'm not going to feel good. I'm not going to feel relaxed. I'm not going to feel carefree, even appreciative, like my appreciation of things. And it gets enhanced greatly after exercise. I just feel better. I want to sweat, I want to strain, I want to sweat, I want to strain, I want to sweat, I want to strain, I want to sweat, I want to strain. Get that good feeling, get that good feeling, get that good feeling. I want to sweat, I want to strain, 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 I want to sweat, I want to strain. Get that good feeling, get that good feeling, get that good feeling. It feels great. Most people, their associations are to avoid anything that's uncomfortable. It's so illogical. Discomfort is your friend. It really is. Discomfort, not being happy and content with certain situations in life. They're massive, massive motivators. They're amazing at facilitating change. Yet our instinct is to avoid those and just sit on the couch and watch some fucking reality show. It's bizarre. When I get really disciplined and really consistent with my workouts, I almost feel momentum. I feel like there's a push behind me, like, all right, yeah, now I'm doing sweat. I want to strain. I want to sweat. I want to strain. I want to sweat. I want to strain. I want to sweat. I want to strain. Get that good feeling. Get that good feeling. Get that good feeling. I want to sweat. I want to strain. 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 Get that good feeling. Get that good feeling. Get that good feeling. Yeah, now I'm doing it. Yeah, now I'm doing it. I'm doing it all the time now. I'm looking forward to the next time, and it makes that resistance much weaker, and it makes my motivation and my discipline much stronger. I think a lot of it is based on just the consistency. Blowing something off is not just bad for you physically, it's also bad mentally, because then that option is now available. The option to fuck off, you did it before and you're probably going to do it again, and you'll get mediocre results, not just in that aspect of your life, maybe in all aspects of your life. That option to fuck off, when you embrace it, that is a pathway that you might choose when it comes to dealing with conflict in your personal life, business decisions, career decisions, like an uncomfortable decision that you might be faced with, what your pathway is in life, but you don't do it. Instead, you fuck off. And that inclination to fuck off, that gathers momentum as well. The inclination to be disciplined, that comes with momentum. I think both things. You take a path. I want to sweat, I want to strain, I want to sweat, I want to strain, I want to sweat, I want to strain, I want to sweat, I want to strain. Get that good feeling, get that good feeling, get that good feeling. I want to sweat, I want to strain, 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 I want to sweat, I want to strain. Get that good feeling, get that good feeling, get that good feeling. It feels great.
path, or the path of the fuck off, your body is like a race car that you can juice up yourself. Like, you can add the fat tires, you can add improved suspension, you can beef up the horsepower in the engine. You can do all that yourself. Or you could just choose to have this shitty body. No one's under the illusion you're gonna live forever, but you are enhancing the experience that you're currently involved in right now. You are alive, you do experience this life, but do you experience this life optimally? Is it as enjoyable as it can be? And we all know that there's a spectrum for that enjoyability. Like, we've all had times in our life where it's not been so great, and then times in our life everything came together like, what a fucking great day, woo! Great day, woo! Great day, woo! Great day, woo! Make more of those. Make more of those. Make more of those. You can make more of those. And then the whole thing's better, and then the whole thing's better. And I think when that whole thing is better, it affects everybody you touch, everybody that's around you, everybody you come in contact with. And that in turn, I mean, it sounds so grandiose, but in turn can affect the entire race of human beings.
People look for the shortcut, the hack. And if you came here looking for that, you won't find it. The shortcut is a lie. The hack doesn't get you there. And if you want to take the easy road, it won't take you to where you want to be. Stronger, smarter, faster, healthier, better. Free. To reach goals and overcome obstacles and be the best version of you possible will not happen by itself. It will not happen cutting corners, taking shortcuts, or looking for the easy way. There is no easy way. There is only hard work, late nights, early mornings, practice, rehearsal, repetition, study, sweat, blood, toil, frustration, and discipline. Discipline. There must be discipline. 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 There must be discipline. 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 There must be discipline. Discipline, the root of all good qualities, the driver of daily execution, the core principle that overcomes laziness and lethargy and excuses. Discipline defeats the infinite excuses that say, not today, not now, I need a rest, I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow. What's the hack?
The one thing that discipline definitely does help you with, it helps you get things done. And when you get things done, when you actually do things, you have more success. A big part of success is just not being fucking lazy and just doing it. 90% of it is just showing up. Get there and start working. Like, you're not gonna feel perfect every day. If I only worked out when I felt good, I'd be a fat fuck. Because there's a lot of days I don't want to do it. I mean, it's pretty much the same with everybody that actually gets good at something. There's got to be those days you push through. They're probably going to be more numerous than the days you don't. And so the benefit of discipline in my eyes has always been that through discipline, I get things done. I'm like the most lazy, disciplined person I know because I don't want to do it.
Let's go.
Through discipline, I get things done. The pro goes to work. Through discipline, I get things done. This is what I do.
I also think that discipline is a pathway to creativity. When you're on the battlefield, is an absolute exercise in creativity. How are we going to attack them? How are we going to disorganize them? How are we going to get in their heads? That's all just massive creativity. And when I look at people that are artists, I would imagine the more disciplined you are, you got to write stuff down. You got to read. You got to increase your vocabulary so that you are quicker and sharper so that when people are saying things, you have more words to battle back at them. All those things, all that freedom that you get on stage comes from the discipline. You study, you learn, you read, you write, you talk, you go through things. Is that an accurate statement?
Absolutely accurate. Through discipline, I get things done. The pro goes to work. Through discipline, I get things done. This is what I do. Through discipline, I get things done. The pro goes to work. Through discipline, I get things done. This is what I do. And it doesn't matter if you're sick, doesn't matter if you have kids, you're a pro and you go to work. And you have pride in that. And then when you are in front of that keyboard, you look down at the count, it says, I fucked 1,000 words today. And out of that work, gems blossom. But you might have a day where you just write nothing but dog shit. So what? Show up again tomorrow. And tomorrow out of that dog shit, a flower will emerge. Through discipline, I get things done. The pro goes to work. Through discipline, I get things done. This is what I do. Through discipline, I get things done. The pro goes to work. Through discipline, I get things done. This is what I do.
Genie is the root word for genius. And it's a really interesting idea because there's this unlimited power that's associated with genius, but it's constrained. And that's really what the human spirit is like, because it has this aspect of the infinite, and it is something that can grant wishes, but it's also constrained terribly. I don't ask God for favors or for wishes. Or for wishes, you know? I don't ask God for favors or for wishes, or for wishes, you know? We're constrained mortally and physically and all that, but the thing is that both the infinite possibility and the constraint are necessary. Right? That's what makes up the genie. It has to be both at the same time. And the idea that, if you find your genie, you can have your wishes. It's right. You have to really want what you're wishing for. Right? You have to make the proper sacrifices to get it. It can't be just some whim. You have to ask for something that you would rather not have. Which is usually wisdom. Somebody asked me about prayer. They asked me if I prayed, and I thought, well, it depends on what you mean by that. Exactly. I don't ask God for favors or for wishes or for wishes. I don't ask God for favors or for wishes or for wishes. But I do think that if you sit on the edge of your bed and you ask what foolish thing you're doing to make it worse, that you'll get an answer right now. And it won't be the one you want, but it might be the one that if you listen to would set things straight. I don't think that I've ever been in a situation where if something wasn't going right for me and I sat and thought, okay, I'm willing to figure out what I'm doing wrong, which is a big thing to think because you never know how much you're doing wrong. It might be something that you really don't want to contend with. But if you clear some space to meditate on that, probability that you'll figure out something that you did that was stupid, that's bending you and twisting you in the wind, you'll get an answer very, very rapidly. I don't ask God for favors or for wishes or for wishes. I don't ask God for favors or for wishes or for wishes. And it's not obvious how you do that. It's not like how you're manipulating your neurons or something. It happens of its own accord in some sense, like you can participate in it, I guess, and you can interfere with it, and it seems to take a certain amount of willpower, but it still all happens mysteriously behind the scenes. And I would say this sort of attitude towards, let's say, prayer that we're discussing is just an extension of that. It's something like, well, you admit that there's a problem first, and then you ask for the minimum necessary intervention, which would be, all right, well, I'd like to move forward on this, some small amount that someone like me could actually manage. I'd be willing to carry it out. And then you reorient the way you're thinking as a consequence of that, and something usually pops out of the abyss to guide you. Very strange, but it's not really any stranger than the fact that we can think at all. Because the fact that we can think is actually very strange. Strange like the fact that we can dream is strange. And that's strange beyond belief that you can dream. Or that something in you dreams. Which is a much better way of thinking about it, because it's not like you're really in control of your dreams. I I'm sure that I could have done it better, and many people have told me how I could have done it better, although it didn't mean they would actually do it. And you know, my job was at risk, serious risk for about 2 months, and it destabilized my family. Being very brave about this, so like, thumbs up to them, man. Here's the optimistic news. The university has left me alone completely. I shook hands with the dean 2 weeks ago. We're on friendly terms. They don't want this to go any farther than it has already. The students were tremendously welcoming when I came back to teach in January. I haven't had a single negative incident at the university, and I've received thousands of letters from people all over the world, all of which have been in support. I've received 2 negative letters. That's it. 2. People have an inchoate longing to have the sort of thing that we're talking about articulated, and so don't be thinking you're alone. It's just that people can't talk, they're afraid to talk, or they don't know what to say, and those are real problems. So if you're reasonably articulate, like, start talking, sharpen yourself up. I mean, the enemy is a cloud. They're a cloud of gnats. They're only courageous in groups. They're only courageous in mobs. If you stand your ground and don't apologize and articulate things properly, they'll disperse around you like they're not even there. Most of it's illusion. Most of it's illusion. Afraid of the right thing, and the right thing you should be afraid of is not saying what you say, because that's the same as not being. And here you are suffering away. You might as well be at the same time. At least then there's something to you.
What should move forward in time with me, and what should be let go as if it's dead wood. The more dead wood that you let go of and burn off, when you have the opportunity, the less it accretes around you. Dead wood. Dead wood. About forest fires. People have been trying to prevent forest fires for a long time. It's because forest fires burn up the forest, and that can't be good. But here's what happens if you don't let forest fires burn. Forests collect a lot of dry branches, right? Because tree branches die and wood falls on the forest floor and collects. The amount of flammable material keeps increasing with time. And that's not so bad if it's wet, but if the amount of flammable material is increasing and it gets really dry, and then it burns, then you have a real problem. The forest fire can burn so hot that it burns the topsoil right off, in which case you don't have a forest at all anymore, you just have a desert. Dead wood. Dead wood. And some won't even release their seeds unless there's been a fire. And so a little bit of fire at the right time can stop everything from burning to the ground. And that's also a really useful insight, a metaphorical insight into the nature of sacrifice, right? It's also a lot easier to let go of something when you're deciding to let go of it because you've decided yourself that you're done with that. It's a weak part of you. It needs to disappear. You do that yourself, it's much better and much easier than it is if it's taken away from you forcibly, in which case you're very much likely to fight it. Dead wood. 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 As you elevate your aim, you create a judge at the same time. The new ideal, which is an ideal you, that becomes a judge because it's above you. The judge tells you what's useless about yourself, and then you can dispense with it. And you want to keep doing that, and then every time you make a judge that's more elevated, then there's more useless you that has to be dispensed with. And then if you create an ultimate judge, which is what the archetypal imagination of humankind has done, say, with the figure of Christ, you have a judge that says, get rid of everything about yourself that isn't perfect. Dead wood. Dead wood. Dead wood. Dead wood. It's a phoenix-like process, right? You're shedding all those elements of you that are no longer worthy of the pursuits that you're valuing. And then I would say the idea here is that as you do that, you shape yourself ever more precisely into something that can withstand the tragedy of life and that can act as a beacon to the world. That's the right way of thinking about it. Maybe first to your friends and then to your family. It's like it's a hell of a fine ambition, and there's no reason that it can't happen. You know, every one of you knows people who are really bloody useful in a crisis and people that you admire, right? You can think of all those people as partial incarnations of the archetypal Messiah. That's exactly right. Dead wood. Dead wood. Dead wood. Dead wood. And the more that manifests itself in any given person, then the more generally useful and admirable that person is in a multitude of situations. And we don't know the limit to that.
Hold on tight. It's time to drop, shock, and rock. Let's reposition here. Supply ship over there. Let's check out this area.
Alrighty.
Okay, so without further ado, we are going to talk about Dr. Seuss beginning with a poem that you have written.
Without further ado,
Wait, it appears to be, so I've not heard it yet. I'm looking forward to it. And it appears to be written by one Dr. Weinstein, which is how I refer to you sometimes when you call me on the phone and we yell at each other.
my sense is that now they have gone far too far. The offenses they claim have grown just too bizarre. They say Dr. Seuss wrote books that did harm, that we shouldn't be fooled by his fanciful charm. But they must assume that we're dumber than dumb, that we'll take their word and go numb and succumb. But I think they've guessed wrong, or at least we can hope that no one of sound mind could be such a dope. Like everyone else, Dr. Seuss had his flaws. He made some missteps and got dirt on his paws. But he owned his mistakes, made amends and grew wise, illustrated his growth as his heart grew in size. Seuss was a model of how we should behave. In confronting our flaws, we should all be so brave. And if we are able, put lessons to rhyme, for rhyme drives a point with rhythm lessons to rhyme. If we are able, put lessons to rhyme. For a rhyme drives a point with rhythm through time. If we are able, put lessons to rhyme.
New kill leader appointed.
New kill leader. Show off.
Pop and smoke.
NANI?
Extended heavy
What's up,
mag
Damon?
here. Level 2.
Yeah, Polivier is pretty badass.
Thanks.
Or seems like it so far, we'll see.
One more minute, amigo. Rings right there. So close. So close.
Hostile over there.
Hit the ejector seat. Woohoo, that's gonna kick. 45 seconds. But we could just walk it.
Backpack here. 30
Got a
seconds.
hop up
Rings
here.
close.
Thought it was on the roof.
Remove the delay on energy ARs.
Extended light mag here. Level 2.
Pop in the
Yeah, I can
chimney.
use that. It's go time!
Tick tock, 10 seconds. Mr. Rings close.
There's a jump tower here. Let's go this way.
Wake up, Rings moving. That thing hurt.
There's been a couple blue shields for you to pick up, Mirage. Why didn't you pick them up?
Pop in the chimney.
Hit the ejector seat! Ready, set, go!
Spitfire here. Get the extended mag and you're a solid base of fire.
Dibs.
Neither of them want that. Fuck.
It's go time! Triple take here.
Smoke out.
Sending out my decoy.
Pop and smoke.
Where is everybody? Still 10 other squads left.
Yo, crafting over here. Extended light mag here. Level 2.
Crafting, hang on.
I'll make another one. I'll make one of these. Ah, never mind. Put that on Spitfire.
See someone out there.
Sending out my decoy.
Going for like 70.
Smoke out.
Get inside.
We're down to 50%.
Or at least just get back here.
That's some pretty easy math.
I think they're getting pushed. Or they're trying to throw a Kyiv ult at us, but they missed. Yo, behind us, behind us, behind us.
Someone's out there.
There's people coming. We should get across over here.
I saw. Let's
We're gonna get pinched.
Taking fire.
Bam to the bam. I'm running out of ideas.
Charging on my shields.
Giving my shields a recharge.
Grenade!
I think this place needs a little more me.
Oh no, another squad.
There they are. Another squad.
Charging on my shields.
Giving my shields a recharge.
Yo, replicators coming in. Un momento, healing.
Bam, there goes a boozle. Or something like that. Okay.
Wealth is businesses and assets that you earn while you sleep.
The purple shield that just threw that at me.
That hurt.
His shield almost cracked.
Charging on my shields.
Get out there and bamboo.
Go this way.
We could check out here.
Getting hurt over here.
My fucking Bangalore disconnected, really?
Grenade.
Charging shields. Come on, come on.
Just want to get pinched between two squads.
Recharging shields. I think this place needs a little more me.
Someone else is over there.
In the social hierarchy.
We got another squad here.
They're shooting at me.
That Kyiv has a gold shield.
Shake a leg. We've only got a minute and the ring's right there. Ah, hit the ejector seat. Charging shields.
Recharging shield.
45 seconds. Or we could just walk it. We're all over the map. Charging shields. Come on, come on.
Like, we're not all over the map, but I realize Bangalore is still here
30 seconds
technically.
until the ring closes. You like cutting it close, huh? I dig that.
Making sure no one's following over here. These guys are about to take the zip line.
Enemy spotted.
Maybe.
Way out there, like little cucarachas.
I want to shoot them as they come across it.
Enemy spotted. Way out there, like little cucarachas.
I want to get on this ramp. Be ready to run up the ramp. Be closer to it.
Warning. Ring closing.
Giving my shield to recharge.
They're taking the jump tower. They're taking the jump tower. They're not coming across. They saw me.
Must go faster.
Taking fire. They got me. I'm down. Care package touching down. They usually carry rare platforms.
But there's always a subtle competition going on between status and wealth. For example, when journalists attack,
Get the bamboozling.
they're really bidding for status. They're saying, no, the people are more important, and I, the journalist, represent the
Do I work this weekend? I work tomorrow.
The problem is that by playing these status games, to win it,
I work at 9 a.m. tomorrow.
that's why you should avoid
Just you and me. We'll have to move quick. Just how I like it.
Already in the next ring, I smell victory. Smells like... Man, what is that smell? Oh well.
Just spotted someone out there. Hey, we got bad guys over there. Bad enemy spotted over there.
Really, what they're doing is they're trying to up their own status at your expense.
Got an enemy out there.
And it's a worse game. It's a zero-sum game.
People right next to us too. He's cracked. He's cracked.
Sending out my decoy. Airstrike coming.
Run, 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 run.
Recharging shields.
Come this way. Jump head.
Jump back here.
Sending out a decoy.
Keep moving, keep moving.
Must go faster.
Yeah, getting shot at.
Charging up my shields. What do you think is over here?
Recharging shields.
But it's from creating abundance. Obviously, there's not a finite number of jobs or a finite amount of wealth. Otherwise, it would still be fed down in
Should check
10
for some
seconds
shields
till
on
ring
there.
close.
Fuck.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
most of the wealth is
Go time.
Head. It's huge.
In progress.
Rings moving.
Care package being delivered.
Yo, we should def check out that care package. Extended heavy mag here. Level 3.
Bam! There goes a booze old dirt. Something like that.
So all of these things are inventions that have made us wealthy as a species. Today, I would rather be
Yes. Nice. That's awesome.
Round 4. Beginning ring countdown.
everybody can be wealthy. True wealth creation. Everyone can be rich.
What's your shield situation like? You have a lot of batteries and cells?
But it's from creating abundance.
Okay, cool.
Technology is science that is applied for the purpose of creating abundance.
Mira, someone's out there. They're far.
Imagine if everybody had the knowledge of a good software engineer and a good hardware engineer.
Faking him out with a decoy.
And you could build robots and computers and bridges and program them. Let's say every human knew how to do that. What do you think society would look like in 20 years?
1 more minute. Someone's out there.
We would build robots, machines, software, and hardware to do everything. And we would all be living in
Hand them.
We would essentially be retired in the sense that none of us would have to work any of the basics. We'd even
45 seconds. Rings not too far. Okay with that.
Shooting at me?
Pay attention, gang. Not far from the ring. We got 30 seconds left.
Charging shields. Come on, come on. We could check out here. Okay, 10 seconds till ring close. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Deals where you basically have corruption or you have monopolies, true wealth creation.
Ring's moving.
Everybody can be wealthy. True wealth creation. Everyone can be rich. It's not about taking money, it's not about taking something from somebody else, but it's about
I think there's purple shield here for you, maybe.
Evo shield here. Level 3.
Only 2 bad guy squads left.
Really? Okay.
Capitalism is not something we invented. Capitalism is not even something we discovered. It is
Round 5. Beginning ring countdown.
when you and I exchange information. I want some information back from you. I give you information.
I saw someone, and I don't think they're selling cookies. Someone else is over there. We've got trouble.
So the notion
Bamboozle for the bulls.
I could have had him, fuck.
Charging shields.
Fuck him up, fuck him up, fuck him up.
Cracked an enemy shield.
we have very little blood in common.
Bam! Bam! I guess I'm running out of ideas.
Charging shields. Come on, come on.
Shot fired, and they're hitting me. Reloading.
Strongly believe that it is innate.
Come on, bamboozle 'em.
Charging on my shields.
Give him my shield to recharge.
Create more and more wealth and abundance for everybody. Everybody can be wealthy. Everybody can be retired. Everybody can be successful.
Warning.
Taking fire.
Fuck!
I'm down.
Fucking wingman god over there, Jesus Christ. Aim lab grandmaster. Yeah, I don't doubt it. Jesus.
Knowledge is power.
Actual aim lab grandmaster. Fuck.
That's fine, then you opt out of the game. But don't try to
Neither of us got a single knock, but we made it to 3rd place. Take it.
because that's the game that keeps you in a comfortable warm bed at night. That's the game that keeps the roof over your head. That's the game that keeps your supermarket. It is a
I have so many challenges because I never play this.
morally, socially for the human race, and it's going to continue to make us all richer and richer until we have massive wealth creation for anybody who wants it.
Play Lifeline, that'll get me some of the challenges done.
The U.S. is a very popular country for immigrants because it's the American dream. Anyone can come here, be poor, and then work really hard and make money and get wealthy. The definition of wealth is different for different people. A first world citizen's definition of wealth might be, oh, I have to make millions of dollars and I'm completely done. Whereas to a third world poor immigrant just entering the country, and we were poor immigrants who came here when I was fairly young, well, it may just be a much lower number. It may just be like I don't have to work a manual labor job for the rest of my life that I don't want to work. But groups that despise it will essentially bring the entire group down to that level. If you get too many takers and not enough makers, society falls apart. Everybody can be wealthy. Everybody can be retired. Everybody can be successful. It is merely a question of education and desire. You have to want it. Everybody can be wealthy. Everybody can be retired. Everybody can be successful. It is merely a question of education and desire. You have to want it. You end up with a communist country. Look at Venezuela, right? They were so busy taking and dividing and reallocating.
Ooh, that map. Cool. It just came on.
Losing kilograms of body weight every year.
Play a couple of these.
Another way to think about it, imagine an organ.
This is all just warm up for Valorant.
You actually need
It's the only reason I'm playing this right now.
parasites to stay healthy, and you need a lot of symbiotes, like all the mitochondria in all of our cells that help us respirate and burn oxygen. These are symbiotes that help us survive. We couldn't survive without them. But to me, those are partners in the wealth creation that creates the human body. But if you just were filled with parasites that were purely parasitical, you would die. You organism can only withstand a small number of parasites.
I am prepared for the fight. Break a leg. Mine are made of steel.
What up,
Big
team?
days are coming for us.
Is an enormously complex, interrelated organism.
Remember this day. It's coming for you.
Actually is an enormously complex, interrelated organism. The same problem arises in medicine.
Stick by your healer. You hear?
Is a very complexly interrelated organism. And if you look at the body in a superficial way, you may see there's something wrong with it. It's chickenpox. And there's spots that itch. You might say, well, the spots are there, cut them off. So you kill the bug. Well, then you find you've got a real problem. Because you have to introduce some bugs to kill the bug. Like bringing rabbits into Australia. Then you think, well, now wait a minute. It wasn't the bugs in the blood. There are bugs all over the place. What was wrong with this person? That his blood system suddenly became vulnerable to those particular bugs.
Flag grenade set.
Taking fire! Therefore, what do you do? Just an antibiotic to fight. Okay, so we're going to...
Shields broke. Enemy down.
I feel evil.
I'm down. This class. But then there's one over here. Comes right in.
Enemy shields broke.
Reloading.
Reload.
Over here.
Deploying more
Let's
drones.
do this.
Recharging my shields.
Enemies right here. Aki, over here.
Double human being. The unworthy.
Havoc round 2. I mean round 1. That worked out.
Lung specialists, bone specialists, nerve specialists, and so on. And so on. They each see the
Havoc round 1. Devotion round 2. See how this works out.
generalists, but they realize the human body is so complicated that no one mind can understand it. And furthermore, supposing we do succeed in healing all these people of their diseases, we then know about the revelations of cholera, the black bubonic plague. We're getting the better of tuberculosis. We may fix cancer and heart disease. Then what will people die of?
I have materials for
Well, then let's go on.
Enemy spotted. Way out there, like.
Taking fire.
I'm taking fire.
Let me find what are the effects, the side effects of those pills.
Fast with that shield. Just giving my shields a recharge.
Heads up, we're not alone.
Really, guys?
We don't know.
Enemy down.
Trouble here. I got some bad guys here. We got company.
Yeah, these guys are fucking shit.
Well done. We don't know. You've proved your worth.
Wow. I didn't think I'd get that. I thought I was 1v3ing though. Good job getting one of them done.
One win stands between you and victory.
That was a fucking white devotion. Now I get a purple one. Okay. Yeah, this shit just shreds.
Is an enormously complex, interrelated organism.
I'm fucking carrying this game. Jesus Christ.
Round 3. Expose their imperfections.
Some materials here.
right here. This lifeline's fucking one. Yes, yes, you got her, you got her. Oh wait, you don't got her? You got her, you got her. She's weak as shit, dude. This lifeline's weak as shit. What the fuck? Octane, you should have had that lifeline, bro.
Don't let it happen again.
Rampage is garbage. Just go devotion. It's the best weapon in the game.
Victory. Consider the lilies of the field. How they grow.
Match point. Auros
They
and
toil not.
Crocus.
Neither do they spin. And yet I say
I was just spamming devotion all game. Well, I got Havoc round 1 because can't afford a devotion really, but
was not arrayed like one of these. Wherefore, if God
follow my
so
lead.
clothes the grass of the field, which today is and tomorrow is cast into the earth,
Round 4.
Hit the ejector seat.
Shall not yet certain.
much more clothe you.
I have gathered materials. Scanning the area. Throw an arc star.
O ye of little faith.
oh my god, no.
Reloading. I downed the hostile. But I is the true victory.
Therefore, take no thought, saying,
Okay, they're pretty much just gonna follow me. Well, not follow me, but at the end they ended up taking the same angles as me, so I gotta take a better angle.
Tiebreaker. Focus.
Fuck it.
that's sort of Christ the hippie, right? It's like, hey, let it all hang out, do your thing, and everything will come to you. But that's seriously not the proper interpretation, because there's a kicker with this. And the kicker is
Let's explore this way.
the Father knows
Watching this
you
spot.
have need of all these things. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. For ye is little faith.
Bless me with sight.
Extra supplies over here. Got some materials for us. I'm spotted, taking fire. Looks like a care package is coming in.
Taking fire. Let's go this way. Target over there.
Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness,
Frag grenade set.
and all these
Go faster.
That's a lot different than the hippie thing. That's a lot different.
I'm taking fire. Oh, I'm hit.
Enemy, help from
I'm down. Hands up. We're not alone.
I'm the one putting you on your feet. Why won't you stand with me?
Frag grenade set. Let's go this shield.
It's certainly one of the most profound ideas that I
Hit your shields, hit your shields, don't peek.
Getting health back.
Oh, shields, shields.
life, so that what you are genuinely
Charging on my
doing
shield.
Exactly. There you go. You heal yourself automatically.
Taking fire. Broke their
Fuck, this lifeline's so weak. Why is no one fighting with me here? She's putting a finisher on me. Someone shoot at her. What are you guys doing? Seriously. She just got a fucking shield. She got a full shield, but they're doing a finisher on me. What the fuck?
You have to be all in. All in.
Lose once more.
In this game.
eyes up. They're about to win.
In this game. All in. In this game. For ye of little faith.
God damn. Everybody this way.
For ye of little faith.
Everybody towards the door.
Round 6.
Hostile right here.
This fucking bloodhound's already broken.
Shields broke.
Frag out! Taking fire!
Enemy down. I'm spotted. Taking fire.
Alright, there's one left.
It's go time!
Hate your shield battery, Octane. Hate your shield battery.
Hey,
You're down.
Enemy down.
Octane's right here. Octane's right here.
Taking contact.
There we go. Just play smarter than them. Stick together. High ground.
This
This is Apex Legends, yeah.
this is
Apex Legends originally was just a battle royale, but this is the arena mode.
you want to go somewhere else. Learn how to build
It's pretty hardcore. I'm pretty good at it too. Like I'm kind of carrying this game. If your brother thinks it's for hardcore people, that means he's just a noob gamer.
the idea that if you intelligently add new talent, you become not just a little bit better, but exponentially better. Those talents
Round 7.
Yeah, I have highest damage in the game right now with most kills.
is one of the biggest buttons of the interface to reality.
I'm taking fire. Frag out!
Feels like it works.
Go and check it. Got some materials for us.
Stick together. Rotate back. Rotate back. We gotta get back to high ground, but don't flank them. Everyone just come this way.
Care package arriving. Shoot super slow.
Care package on high.
Seems to be something that
She's down. She's down. There we go. They were trying to flank us. Perfect movement, team. Good shit. Fucking right.
A coordinated assault.
You're both watching now? Oh, your brother's there? What up? Which brother? Is it Nico or Krista?
Victory is close. Achievement at all.
I'm spamming fucking devotion and I don't care.
I know you still got some crazy in there. Let it out.
to reality. It feels like
We gotta win this right here. Playing against another. Is the enemy lifeline? Yeah, me and the other lifeline are trying to carry our teams. The lifelines are the best ones on the teams right now. So want to see some actual battle royale? Oh, fucking battle royale, so lame. I hate battle royale. I just don't like battle royales in general. I feel like a boring game mode. Of course they went that way. Need to stick together. So everybody this way.
Let's go this way.
Bloodhound. Wait, keep their attention, Bloodhound.
Care package.
Okay, I have no nade. I have no nades. I thought I had a nade. It's weak as fuck.
Taking fire.
Yes.
Enemy down. Just giving my shields a recharge.
Got one down. Don't go down. Don't go down. Just chill for a second.
Healing.
Going here to help you heal faster. There we go.
Enemy down. I'm spotted. Taking fire.
Jesus Christ. It's all up to you, buddy. Unless you want to try and pick me up. Just gonna push though. I'm gonna. Oh, nice. I was gonna go downstairs so he could maybe pick me up in case, because it's the lifeline he was fighting. I was swinging the lifeline. Might have tried to go for a pickup somewhere, but I think we had finished both guys. That was a long fucking game of Arena. And that was one of my better games, because normally I play this game with Josh, and he plays this game so much that it makes the games way harder. When I play alone, I'm actually pretty decent. I have to play against fucking like predators all the time when I play with Josh. Yeah. Nice. 10 knocks, 9 kills. I could play some. I played one battle royale. I played a ranked battle royale before I started playing this today. I don't play ranked. I play Valorant. Remember, if he knows Valorant, tell him I hit gold in Valorant just the other day. I should give him a highest idea of what. I think me and Josh used to hit plat all the time when we played this, because I never played this that seriously. This was always my side game. Like when I was playing Overwatch, Apex was my side game, and now that I'm playing Valorant, this is still a bit of a side game. Even less so now. It's rare that you'll see me playing this game. So I'm at the bottom. Look, I don't play. I'm at the bottom. The way ranked works in this game is weird, Damon. So you know how in most games you get like a rank, and then your rank goes like up or down based on whether you like are winning or losing. In Apex, you can grind to any rank. Anybody can grind to any rank. Look at the way it works. So every win, you gain this much rank per just placing. So if you place 3rd place, you get 70 points with 0 kills. 0 kills. Did he's plat in Valorant? Oh, okay. Well, I'm kind of newer. I'm working my way up. I play with a lot of plat and diamond players because of the amount of smurfs in that game. I feel like it won't be long before I'm plat too. I mean plat as well. Because I got myself from Iron 3 to Gold just solo queuing. But yeah, the way the ranked works in this game is kind of lame. Anybody can grind their way up. You don't need kills. You can literally just like camp Battle Royale and like make it to 2nd place or 3rd place every single match and never get any kills and make your way up to like Diamond. And then you'll get like stuck around here because then at that point the cost to enter the game costs too much. Like if you start costing 48 per game and you're only winning like 70, it's like you're climbing so fucking slowly when you need like 10,000 to hit master. So usually a lot of those like players who just grind ranked will cap out at like plat. You gonna add me in Valorant? I think it's just this. I'll tell him what it is. It's just this. This is me and everything. That's my BattleNet. That's my Riot ID. That's my fucking I try and make it the same in everything. I'll try another ranked battle royale out then. But if he wants to add me on Steam, you can give him the details for that. He can just get me through your friends list. That's how he would, if he's talking about Apex. Oh, I don't have Origin. I don't use Origin. Origin fucking sucks. I play this through Steam.
The old phase and the new. I will use both to guide us.
Origin's the fucking worst thing ever. I can't stand it. No, because you don't have, there's no number. Remember, Steam's like, you need like a Steam code. I know what I'm doing. It's really fucking annoying. But you can just go through mutual friends lists is usually a good way. So if he looks through your friends list and finds me through there, you can add me like that. Otherwise, you gotta go on like your friend, like find a, you gotta go on the page. I think it's like this, you gotta like go.
I'm the drill master. No stray, no.
There. That's my friend code. I don't know if that helps. I don't know if you can even copy that or anything, but I didn't realize I had a bit of a flush in my code. 345. 10345. That's easy to remember actually. 4002.
I say we land here.
Get ready. Moving out.
4002 is easy to remember too, because 2004 is the year that we graduated elementary school. So 10345 4002. I could actually potentially remember that as my friend code on Steam. I didn't realize how easy that was to remember. Never looked at it that much.
First blood.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
See, I hate Battle Royale because everything's just RNG. If you land next to another squad and like you just happen to get the shit weapons and they get the good weapons, it's so fucking annoying. I love arenas because you can just buy the weapons you want to play with, like in Valorant. Hello.
Extended heavy mag here. Level 3.
Ah, motherfucker. Yeah, I'll take the bat and the shield cell.
Gotta hop up here. Turbocharger. Heavy ammo.
Nope.
Not best up. Going to explore
Oh
here.
my god,
Go
just
to
in case someone needs
extended
that.
energy mag right here. Level 2.
Scanning the area. Extended heavy mag here.
Move up.
Level 2.
Back yourself up. Go and get messy.
R301 here. Shield battery here.
Got an extended energy mag right here. Level 4.
Dual shell. Oh, cool.
Gotta hop up
That's
here.
new. I haven't
Dual
played
shell.
in a while.
Attention. There is a new kill leader.
New kill leader. Eyes out for him.
Shield battery here.
You not want it? I would grab that if I wasn't so far away.
The ring is close. Time graces us.
Nice.
The ring is far.
Hello.
Extend to those who need it. There is an
Backpack here.
extended energy
Level
mag
2.
here. Level 3. Crafting. One moment.
Nice. Nice. Okay.
Rings around the corner. 10 left.
Dibs.
Need a better shield. Wait, our third is gone already? This is a ranked Battle Royale, and our third is already gone. I love it. This happened in my first game, too. This is the second ranked Battle Royale I've played in months.
Rings moving.
Both of them today, and both of them, our third, just DC'd.
Marking our surroundings.
Nice, that scan missed me.
I am taking fire. Frag grenade set. Frag grenade. Throwing arc. This guy.
Where the fuck did you come from? Where the fuck did you guys come? Oh, this is why I hate Battle Royale. This is why I fucking refuse to play Battle Royale. That is such fucking retarded bullshit.
You're in the headlights, and I'm the headlights.
Just the RNG of like everyone's placement, your own weapons, the timing of everything. I fucking can't stand Battle Royales. I don't know why I would ever subject myself to this shit. It's just all so random. Anybody can come from anywhere. There's like everybody plays fucking sneaky as shit. Like there's no way to like ever actually take like an even fight. Especially playing Lifeline. At least when I was playing Octane last match, I could like really constantly maneuver myself because I'm like, oh shit, we're fighting this team, and I'd look behind myself, and every time we were fighting someone, I'd look behind myself and I'd be like, guys, there's someone coming, and so we'd start moving. And so every time, and it was just me and this one other guy because our third just fucking DC'd. But we kept like just moving every time we were about to get pinched by two people like that. But right there, pinched by two squads. There's one squad pushing us, another squad came up behind, and we're stuck in the middle. And there's nothing I could fucking do. He's completely abandoning my banner. I just have to wait 35 seconds and then I can leave. Or else I get like a ban. Yeah. I don't know why I don't even bother playing this. Or why anyone likes Battle Royale modes in general. Like Battle Royale is just a garbage game mode. There's no way to really balance it. Except with like really good map design, and they've gotten better at it with some of the maps they've made. By making them like just bigger and like having less like cross lines, or you can like all wind up in the same area. This is the first map they ever made in the game though, and right now it's in ranked for some reason. It's still a garbage map. People just have nostalgia for it. What happened there was we landed here, another team probably landed around here somewhere, another team landed here, another team landed here. We all just kind of converged right here. Like, that just happens on this map. There's like points of convergence on this map that it is deadly. Doesn't happen as much on other maps, but they ruined this map when they got rid of a huge section down here. They sunk this part of the map for some reason. They tried to fix it by adding more space up here, but it didn't really fix it. Because nobody plays up here. This was like the best part of the map that everyone liked this map for. And now it's gone. There's actually a balanced place for many squads to be fighting at the same time. There's so many little houses. It was like a little town. Yeah, I kind of hate this game. That's why I don't play it anymore. But I come in here to play arenas every now and then. Just for a warm up. Oh yeah, I can leave now. So I was just coming in here to warm up for Valorant. I feel like I've played enough of this already. Fuck this game.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
I mean, I say this all the time because the percentage of graft keeps getting higher and higher. Now, we found out recently that something like, oh, I'm going to get the number wrong. Maybe you can look it up on your magic light box. But like 20%, I think, of the unemployment checks we passed out during COVID were complete fraud.
A mere pittance.
The PPP.
Yeah, oh my God. So many people got arrested for having Lamborghinis and shit.
Right. I mean, J.K. Rowling got money.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, for her Broadway show.
What?
Because if she didn't, she'd be living in her car, Joe.
Ah, she got money from that? That's hilarious.
Everybody got money.
That
Tom Brady got...
So crazy.
And, like, when you look at some of the percent... And, like, the number for... to build a house for the homeless in L.A. has risen to $837,000.
A mere pittance, Bill Maher. A mere pittance from these greedy billionaires out there. We need to tax them all.
If I'm complaining about that, again, to your point about a Republican idea, people would say, oh, you're complaining about government spending money. And my answer is, okay, but is there any number at which point I am not tipped over into the Republican side,
right,
that I can't complain about money that is just being stolen?
Right.
I mean, I totally, as a good liberal, I totally accept the notion that, as someone once said, you cannot transfer money except with a leaky bucket. I get it. It can't be perfect. But is it not,
20%?
But is there no number for which?
I am no Apex Legends McDreck. I fucking barely like that game still. It's just one of the few good shooters out there right now that people play, so it's good for warming up, at least, for other games.
I cannot remonstrate against this. 20% is a low. I mean, it's even higher than that. That was only the unemployment checks. The PPP stuff was even higher.
That's where it's beautiful and brilliant, because they attach it to something that's like, look, we need to help these people. We need to help these people. These people are all losing their jobs and their businesses are shut down. We need to provide them with money. Right. And then the grift. The grift. Some of it gets just, it's like, yes, let's promote, and whoever's doing it.
California tried to build a railroad. They wanted to build a rail line between L.A. and San Francisco. Made sense. It's a big, long state, and cars and blah, blah, good for the environment. And it was when they finally pulled the plug because it just became too ridiculous. It was at $200 million a mile. Now, France built France, a country not unknown to have unions and workers' rights. Very big over there in
$200
Europe.
million a mile?
Right? Workers' rights, unions. I mean, they're always on strike. Always on strike in Europe. And they talk with their hands. Okay. So France,
yeah, exactly.
Again, a very unionized country, did it for like 1/7. That's how bad.
1/7?
Yeah, something like that. Which again is something like $15 million a mile or whatever it was.
Right.
But I mean, $200 million a mile, and it was only to finally was only to connect like Bakersfield to I don't know, Pacoima or something, and they couldn't even do that.
Were you in Boston when they were doing the big dig?
I was never in Boston. I mean, I played Boston, loved playing the town, but I've never lived there. But I know of it. I remember 60 Minutes doing a story on it. Yes, the big dig. And they did finally finish it.
They did, but it was so late, and it was they robbed so much money from it.
Oh, I'm sure exactly.
That was the whole thing about the corruption involved.
Of course.
In that. Yeah,
and it was really just a short tunnel from the airport, was it? Under Logan, one of the few airports in the country that's right next to the city.
Yep.
Like only like there in Vegas do you fly in,
right.
and you're like 5 minutes from downtown. It's awesome. And I think it was not where it was connecting.
Yeah, they were trying to lighten up some of that traffic, and they completed it, but it was like they were doing it when I was there in the 80s. And then they were still doing it when I came back. What year was the big dig completed? I want to say it was like at least 10 years late.
2004.
Oh, yeah.
2004 they completed. Yeah, so
07.
So they were doing it when I lived there.
I mean, when I hear about Build Back Better, okay, look, certainly the country needs to get rebuilt. I mean, the infrastructure is a mess.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking always, like, when you give me a number, it's like, it just seems like you pulled it out of your ass. You know, it's going to cost $1.5 billion. We know that and it came in right at that round number, huh?
Yeah.
To rebuild this or something. And are we going over this with a fine tooth? Are we really seeing that it? What if we only spent $1.2 billion? Or trillion, I'm undercounting it. What if we only spent $1.2 trillion? What would we be sacrificing? Anything? Because so much of that money is going to consultants and just siphoned off by all the pigs at the trough, all snorting this shit
like
up
Peterson
with their
there for a second.
fucking snout.
Yeah, and there's very few people that are saying that.
But you need to be a golden tool to fix anything.
That's happening.
That to me is not a Republican idea.
Right.
It's just, I mean, it's just
common sense.
Yes.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Well, I think that's because we are both seen as people who are sort of like commonsensical. And that is what there is a hunger for, I think, in America more than anything, is common sense.
Yes.
Away from the extremes. I mean, when people say to me, don't you think you've gotten more conservative? No, I haven't. The left has gotten goofier.
Yes.
So I seem more conservative, maybe, but like, it's not me who changed.
Yes.
I feel I'm the same guy, but 5 years ago, we hadn't spent $6 trillion to stay home. I mean, I understand we had to do something with the pandemic. I'm not sure that was, I remember when $1 trillion was too much to spend on anything. We didn't spend $1 trillion to bail out the economy in 2008. So we didn't do that. 5 years ago, no one was talking about abolishing the police. There was no talk about pregnant men. And, I mean, there was just looting was still illegal.
Right. Isn't that crazy?
There was have I changed? No, because if someone had said 20 years ago, I'm not sure looting is a bad thing, I would have opposed it then. See, so I haven't changed. But that, I think, is what there is this hunger for, is this sort of common sense. Centrism is such a wishy-washy word, but that's sort of what it is. some people lean a little more to the left, a little more to the right. Sometimes it's issue by issue. But just, I'm always saying to the Democrats, just don't be the party of no common sense. And you will be surprised at how much amazing success you will have, as opposed to what's going to happen, which is they're going to get their ass kicked in November.
Well, people like you are very important to people like me because you represent what it means to me to be liberal, what it means to me to be left-wing, because you're just a normal person who cares about people's rights and wants a certain amount of freedom and wants people to get along and work things out amicably. But the polarization of this country has made it so that people like you are rare. It's weird. It's like that's what I used to think of when I thought of the left. I thought of like professors and intellectuals and people that would sit down and work through things with the understanding that free speech is like one of the most important aspects of communication possible, and communication is everything. Communication is how we work things out. Like this idea of not talking to people in the street, well, guess what? That just galvanizes them. They just get hardened and they move further and further away, and we get more and more associated with this idea of left and right and good and bad and 1 and 0 and this side does not agree with anything that side says. That's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. And if you're out there doing it, it gives people hope. And it's not just using common sense. You do have common sense. But more importantly, you have courage. Because courage allows you to speak your mind, whether you're right or wrong. Courage allows you to take a chance. And you're seeing the wave of people that are moving in a certain direction. It doesn't necessarily make sense. And you're like, hey, what the fuck is going on? And everybody's like, finally, someone's saying it on TV. Because maybe someone said it at a cocktail party, maybe someone said it at a barbecue, but they're not fucking saying it on HBO. So you're saying it on HBO.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I mean,
it means a lot.
I always say, there's levels of courage. There's like, I will take that compliment as long as I can also say, but there's like Marines.
Yeah, you're not a Navy SEAL. Absolutely.
No, exactly.
You're not even a woman about to give birth.
I'm in the D League.
Yes.
In the D League, I have a lot of courage, but I'm not playing in the upper league.
What you have is honesty.
But thank you. Yes,
you have honesty. Well, and people know that, and that's why your show works.
And that's also I always with the audience. It's like you don't have. When I started way back on Politically Incorrect, almost 30 years ago. People said, this show will never work because a TV host can never reveal his politics.
Dominating.
Johnny Carson never did. Leno didn't. David Letterman. They never said, I'm voting for this. Whereas, all the late night hosts are for now.
Right.
It's a completely one-sided thing. They have to pander to the liberal audience, which is watching. It's so reverse of when I started.
It's bonkers.
When you couldn't be political, and now you couldn't survive, apparently, in late night television unless you are political, unless the audience
10
knows
kills remaining.
Saturday Night Live in this too. It's I think Elon Musk took them to task. He said it's about comedy anymore so much as it is about declaring some woke doctrine. Having the people who go to those shows and are in there, I guess, where they film them and stuff. My audience was too doctrinated for a while. We have a much better audience now because we kind of got rid of the groaners. The people I was always too politically incorrect, and I was like, I've been doing this forever. The names of the shows, Politically Incorrect, Real Time, and you still come to the show and groan when I say something too real? What fucking show did you think you were
5 kills
coming to?
remaining.
Because they did film The Price is Right in the same studio.
Do you think that the way it's going right now with late night television, where everyone has to be political, is that what the audience wants, or is that what the executives in the studio wants? Are they one step behind?
1 kill remaining.
Where is the mandate coming from? Is it the person who's the host who says, you know what I know works in this town? If I want to keep working, I have to be like outwardly left-leaning, progressive, political.
Look, I think it's coming from both because corporations in America now are
they're leaning in.
Or what?
They're leaning into woke. Hardcore.
They're petrified of some kind of backlash.
Match
I mean, you see
found.
with Disney now. I mean, Disney, one of the most gay-friendly companies that we've had in a very long time. As they should be. All companies should be gay-friendly. But Disney they had gay days at Disney, what is it, World, Land? I don't know. I'm not at Disney.
I think it was the LA one, right?
You'll never find
I think
me
it's
in
Land.
Disneyland is the original.
Deathmatch.
That's right.
That's
Disney
LA.
World
Warm
is in
up.
Florida.
Right.
You'll never find me sitting in a teacup, Joe. Okay. So
I love teacups.
I mean, this is in my category of things that only children used to do that now adults do. I mean, if I had a next somebody said, you know, I'm going to Disneyland, and I'm like, no, we're just going. Okay. But you know, there is that. There is corporations, I think, that are always going to want to. And look, I'm glad they are progressive thinking. Of course, like with everything,
Jesus Christ.
but I think it's coming from the audience more, because the audience
Level heads
who
until
goes
we're home,
to a
yes?
taping of
Good.
Saturday Night Live or a show
Fight.
like that,
Ready.
they're youngish, and you know they believe what they believe. A lot of people I also believe, but it's sort of an unexamined, like they don't know too much about politics. And again,
Down.
like he was so awful that it's just very easy to turn off to the details and go, well, I'm with you.
Greetings and salutations, everybody. Today we have an absolutely strange tale, a story that I thought would get off amongst the online left, amongst the race-grifting left. However, they've basically dropped the story because apparently Black Lives Matter. Unless you're a black person, then you're a white girl, then you We're gonna get into this. We're featuring a real video. Hashtag save the real. First, our sponsor, get to that, then get on the other side. Our mental health can be affected by our physical appearance. You know that, I know that, and major corporations selling you not very good anti-aging products
Enemy
as
down.
well. This is one of the reasons why I actually use and I support our long-term sponsor, Health with Justice. This powder is the best. It's absolutely wonderful. You just put one scoop in your morning beverage every single day, and you'll see that little baby glowing skin come out. Look at how much my skin is glowing. It is amazing in every possible way. That's healthwithjustice.com, and you can get 51% off for my viewers only. Healthwithjustice.com. Again, the sponsors help support the channel. So the story that we're going over today is something that I came across a couple of days ago, and I had assumed it was going to be that big national story. What we had here was a triple unicorn. For those of you who are not familiar with the concept of a triple unicorn case, this is essentially a case that is so unlikely and so absurd, so uncommon, and yet it's given national attention as if it's the norm. This case falls within that because this is a story of a young white woman who is both as an Instagram model or as an OnlyFans model named Courtney Taylor, who actually killed her boyfriend, which is incredibly rare. Typically men kill women, not the other way around. And she happened to be white, and her boyfriend happened to be black. Again, also incredibly rare. Interracial crime never happens, and if it does happen, it's probably a black person killing a white person, something like 10 to 17 times more likely around. And then when you factor in the female aspect of it, you end up with the triple unicorn case. But this is what the media loves to latch onto. This is what they love to declare white privilege, because the whole Karen movement is to demonize, discredit, destroy white women in the collective consciousness of the United States of America. However, this story didn't take off. This story didn't gain traction. And it's not because from the outset it appears that the Miami-Dade police are under the impression that this is a self-defense case. This has never stopped.
Fuck. Can't practice with this weapon.
The most obvious self-defense case ever caught on video, and nobody else cared. This is due to the fact that this black person very loudly and proudly preferred to black women, and he was not shy about it. Therefore, he's not deserving of respect or investigation into his death note. The man at the center of this is a man called Christian Toby Abumseli, who is of Nigerian descent, and anyone who knows anything about Nigerians knows that they don't typically have high opinions of Black Americans. Obviously, this is a not all situation. Obviously, some Nigerians do tend to get along perfectly fine, I'm sure, with Black Americans. But I talked to a number of people of African descent in the United States of America.
10 kills remaining.
That it's in stand-up comedy sketches, and they seem to have a bigger cultural divide with the Black American population than almost any other group in the nation, which is interesting, which we later on, but that's not what we're going to focus on. And this person was killed by his girlfriend, Courtney Taylor, and the circumstances are largely unknown. Obviously, the claim from Courtney Taylor is that it's a self-defense situation, but again, it doesn't appear that the investigation has it's still ongoing, so I don't want to say that it's definitely anything official.
5 kills remaining.
To this potential crime. That being said, it has never stopped the left ever from doing a story about this, especially when they can find this little story and claim it is proof of white privilege. So our ladies over at The Real Talk, hashtag Save the Real Talk, decided to do this story, and we're going to review their video because it has such an amazing it's just amazing.
An alleged domestic violence incident turns deadly in Miami.
Dominating.
Unanswered questions. According to reports, a white social media model stabbed her Nigerian boyfriend to death and was out on bail the very next day.
So first and foremost, she leads by saying a white social media influencer, stabs her Nigerian boyfriend, which is interesting that she doesn't use the phrase black.
1 kill remaining.
From Black people as a whole later on in this segment. And of course, we catch one of the Hows, which gives me permission to play the How compilation. So from the jump, you see the setup for this video, and you feel like you know what's coming in this video because they're setting it up by saying white social media influencer kills a black man and was released without bail. And by the way, apparently she wasn't arrested, so typically you don't have to put up bail when in fact you're not arrested. Also, the way that this is said comes from such utter, unbelievably stupid levels of ignorance of what's going on in this country, because we're having multiple different people, including in my state all the time, being released without bail despite serious crimes. Houston is charging bail to some of the people that are on death row, but that bail for death row inmates is incredibly low, and those people are being released. There was a school shooter in Dallas who shot people in the school, and they released that person the next day. I can bring you millions upon billions upon zillions of other examples. Yes, I'm exaggerating. Yes, I'm being hyperbolic, but I have a lot of examples of other people, specifically black people, specifically black males, getting out with no bail, getting out with small bail, and those people are actually arrested and actually charged with a crime. She was not charged with a crime because it seems like at this point in the investigation, the police don't have enough evidence to do so. They may believe it is genuinely self-defense at this point. So when you hear how, just know that that's based on their unbelievable denial of reality and their total lack of evidence.
And was out on bail the very next day.
How?
Now, the family of the 27-year-old man is demanding answers. They want to know if this stabbing was a case of self-defense or something more sinister. Sources say the model even posted content on her OnlyFans page the day after the tragedy.
That's
took place.
crazy.
Ladies, what are your thoughts?
So I don't know anything about this incident
Match
that is
found.
not publicly known right now. I don't have any more information or access to any more information than these ladies have. But what I do know is that she was not arrested. So the idea that she was charged some level of bail absolutely makes no sense at all. In fact, what I think they're actually referencing is the $8,000 bond that she paid for DWI or DUI. It's always different depending on the states. Don't kill me over it. That happened in 2020. That is the only mention of bail for this person that was set. And again, that is back all the way in 2020. So that video has resurfaced. People are going through that to assess her character. But the idea idea that she was released on bail for this makes no sense because, again, she was not in fact arrested because right now the police don't have evidence sufficient enough for an arrest. As for the family wanting answers, totally understandable. I completely get that. And as for her posting something on social media, honestly, I don't know what to make of it. Yes, to me, somebody who is older, somebody who, even though I work on social media, I have my personal life separate from my social media. That is asinine. I would not be doing that after major events in my life. I've taken breaks from this channel because I've had things that went on in my personal life and I've never mentioned it because we don't got that kind of relationship and my life isn't all about the content. Wait, who am I kidding? Yes, it is, but you guys aren't connected to my personal life. This is my job, and I don't try to bring whatever's going on in my personal life to this scenario. I keep it separate. Church and state situation. But I'm older than this girl, and I started this whole social media thing older than this girl is currently right now. And this younger generation, these Zoomers, these absolute scumbag Zoomers, live everything online. There's actually a whole webpage that you can find out called Funeral Selfies, where you could see these brats at the funerals of their loved ones, taking photos of themselves in the mirrors, thinking about how good they're looking, meanwhile somebody allegedly close to them had passed away. That's the kind of people that we're dealing with. So all this potentially sociopathic behavior might just be what's normal for the previous or the next generation, the generation after, which would make them the next, not the previous. I'm gonna edit that out so you guys can't hear it, but you get what I'm saying, even though I'm editing out that mistake.
Somebody needs to explain this to me, because I am lost. I don't I mean, from my perspective, it just looks like, how is it that a white girl like this is allowed to get away with murdering a black man? Yeah. I don't think that it would be the same way if it was the other way around at all.
You're always lost. You're typically the worst person on this show, the least informed person on the show. You never know what's going on, and you often blatantly and indignantly state incorrect information.
Don't I?
There's one just sitting in their spawn still. What the fuck? They're rotating out. Maybe not though. There's a lot back there. Yeah, they're not.
Last player standing.
Parasite.
Holy shit.
I was dumb. I was trying to flank and there was just one chilling in their spawn that hadn't. They probably started late.
Would love to pick them apart.
Well, where's everyone now?
I love it.
Fuck's sake.
First comp game of the day. Always there's always a disconnect.
I tried. It didn't work. Let me.
Not yet.
I tried.
No, because he's actually here. If he had disconnected last game and was like gone this round.
He disconnected last round, yeah.
I would. Reconnecting too much. I hate that.
It's pretty dumb. I wish you could remake him.
Report him for AFK. He's gonna be doing this all game.
They're on B, or pushing B.
The enemy's
It's just you, bro.
Spike planted.
He's back.
Back.
Last player
I just want to
standing.
get a pick. Another one. Alright, Silver's back, yeah. What's up, Silver? Why are you leaving?
Don't get shot. Human brains are hard to replace.
Okay, then why are you playing comp?
Let's make them dance.
It's A.
Nothing B.
Get him. Hey!
Fucking nowhere to go there, Jesus Christ. Why was I so alone on A? That's so brutal.
Spike spotted A.
140 on Renner. She healed him.
Get Spike, don't push.
Reloading.
Last player standing.
Try.
Time to stock back up.
Reloading. 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 Reloading.
Never.
Reloading. Reloading.
Enemy spotted.
The hunt begins.
Enemy down.
Okay.
They're planting.
Spike planted.
Grenade!
Last player standing.
130 on Sky. Sure.
I think that's the first round I fucking had a
We're
gun
the
finally.
best. Don't any of you forget that.
How? Is our Sova gun again?
Literally moving.
Forward.
Satchel out.
Nothing B.
Grenade!
Leaving area.
Grenade is too late.
Found them.
Just done like grenade fast.
Spike planted.
They're Sova fucking retarded.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Flash.
Nice. Good shit.
Good.
Suppressing.
Finally. We actually took a round.
Break down. Rebuild. Back in it.
Loading.
Embarrass them.
Are they just pushing mid? What's up?
Viper will B.
Gun here.
Yeah, I hear B. I hear footsteps.
Last player standing. Spike planted.
I try.
No timing though.
If you're not a good shot today,
Fucking timing.
don't worry. There are other ways to be used.
No one ever peeks you at that fucking angle. Of course, that would happen right then as I'm about to jump up. Did I get any more fucking unlucky? My last fucking 17,000 games of Valorant. Ever since I hit gold, it's just been fucking the most garbage games.
Bomb buddy out.
That was awesome. I'm so glad I fucking ulted. Didn't even fucking get it off. I don't know how. I was fucking spamming the click when I was flashed. I should have got that click, got that rocket off at least.
I'm in their spawn. Give me a minute.
One enemy remaining.
Don't make a fuss. Bragging rights if you get first pick.